out. Perfect. What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to another edition, another installment, another episode. Yes, sir, of the Black Man.
Okay, sound effect.
Hey, we gotta come crazy. You feel me? But welcome to another edition, another installment, another episode of the Black Man Win podcast with your boy Tyler Pie Guy. And of course, we got another great interview for you. And this one for me hits home. You feel what I'm saying? Because this is family I got on the line right now. This is true family. You feel me? Big brother status. You feel me? But I'm not. Y'all know the purposes of the show. Y'all know we don't introduce. We let the guests introduce themselves and gas themselves. So I'm gonna let my brother in arms introduce himself. Go ahead, bro.
First and foremost, before I introduce myself, this is way long overdue. I'm blessed. I'm appreciative and I'm grateful because you're so modest, bro. But thank you for having me. What's good, everybody? It's Jailan, bro. Me and Ty go back. We go back. It's crazy just to think about it. But y'all can follow me Instagram, Twitter, J_Tay24. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna dip and dive into a whole bunch of what's about to go on. But you know, I'm a very modest guy myself, very humble. So like I said, it's just an honor, it's a blessing to be here, brother. And I thank you.
See. Now we do this every episode. Everybody want to come up on here and be modest, man. No, man, you know, I just be chilling and all that shit. This nigga's in Atlanta killing the game. I'm sorry.
I appreciate it.
Huh?
I appreciate it.
This nigga moved to Atlanta. Like, he really didn't tell nobody. This nigga just was like, all right.
Yeah, I've been out here for a minute, man.
I got shit to do. And been killing the game and working. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you got your master's while you was out there. Am I not correct?
You already know what's up.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Because that's what I'm saying, damn it. Like, this is an educated black man, young educated black man that I have definitely looked up to, not just as a brother, but as a man, as a leader. You understand what I'm saying? One of the things, and I don't think I've actually told you this, like, you know, face to face or just over the phone, but one of the things that I admired about Jay during our college, you know, career was that this man created a organization on the premise of helping and supporting and mentoring Black college students, specifically Black males. And when I tell you, even in that year run that you had, it was like nobody could stop you. You understand what I'm saying? It was your drive. It was your tenacity. It was your, can we just be honest, I don't give a fuck nature, right? Like, I don't care about what nobody got to say, but this is my vision. This is what it was. And I Salute was lit. Let me say that. I Salute was lit, bro. That was the
I Salute.
Man, that was those days, man. It was just like congregation of all types of brothers. You feel what I'm saying? It didn't matter. Yeah. Like, the congregation, the actual fellowship, it was great. And I can say it kind of led me into this path to create this podcast. So I thank you for your vision. You understand what I'm saying? Because it kind of led into this right here. So we want to definitely give you your flowers, brother. You've been killing the game. But we got some things to talk about. I got a few questions on the flow for you. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy. You know, but
man, that's why I'm here.
We are in a state right now, 2022, right? And we are in a state where I feel as though Black men, maybe younger Black men, maybe a little older than us Black men, but I do believe that Black men in congruency and collective we're changing for the better. It may be a slow, very slow process, but I think we're changing. I think we're changing for the better. So my second question to you is, how can we as Black men really improve in these 5 areas, and I call them the Ferris wheels of emotions in a sense, right? 5 areas: spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. And then the second part to that question is, do we do it enough? Do we sit here and in those 5 areas, do we give enough to each area for us to succeed? And if we don't, how can we do better?
So first things first, I think that's an excellent and thoughtful question. First thing first, it's very interesting for us, bro, because we watched each other growing up, and
Absolutely.
as I've aged, I've become more honest with myself, more truthful with myself. I feel like a lot of times when growing up, we're a lot more critical of, we need to do this. We got to get this. We need to be on top of this.
Right.
And I think the process just really starts with just being honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The reason to your point earlier, the reason why I do things is because I truly believe I can accomplish anything I put my mind to.
Absolutely.
So with being honest with yourself, you can come to grips with things that you actually need. Like, I'm a go a different way. You talked about mentally as well. Mm-hmm. Fellas, go to therapy. Ladies, go to therapy.
Big talk.
Mamas, go to therapy.
Big talk.
Brothers, sisters, cousins,
big talk.
Go to therapy, man.
Big talk.
I'm a very big advocate of therapy, man.
Right.
And I would say living fast, being, growing up and stuff, we don't really take our mental capacity, in a whole. We just kind of are always on the go. Right. So with always being on the go, that's when you start bottling up emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's when you start, questioning God. That's when you start questioning yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
right.
I feel like what therapy has done for me, especially, I've been going to therapy since 2019.
Wow.
I've been going to therapy since 2019. And, I just think it's been super helpful to my maturation as a man, you know what I'm saying? As a Black man. I had to be honest about a lot. I had to tell the truth about a lot. And I had to change a lot of my ways to become a better person. You know what I'm saying? So to the 5, man. Spiritually, pray every day. I think it's important, especially during these times. I think COVID taught us that you can have church right inside your house.
Woo! Say that
on YouTube.
Say that
you can have church right inside of your house.
Facts.
Literally, I'm tuned in to my friends, my family. They send me different churches around the country, and I'm going to get the name of it before the end of the show because I want to shout them out.
Right.
In Tulsa, I think they might be in Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. But church is right at your fingertips. You need the word. You need to feel God. Get that. You can get that. It's easily accessible. Yeah, yes, it's easily accessible.
Absolutely.
Also, too, bro, I want to touch on the Bible. And for the people who aren't really in tune with the Bible, my recommendation to you is read it like a storybook. Now, hear me out. Just read it like a storybook so you can actually indulge in the words in the Bible. Right. And then that's when you start to pull the scriptures and, start to connect yourself spiritually with God and with the word of the Bible. So read your Bibles. I know reading is fundamental, and I know we in the age of technology, but get you a hard copy of a Bible and read it.
Right.
And just read it. Mentally, therapy, like I said, it's like a lot of people, I don't need no therapy, man. I'm gonna be all right. I'm cool.
right. You know how we do.
I could talk it out. It's a waste of money. You know what I'm saying? I'm still an advocate of, doing what's best for you, but you don't know until you try. So at least give it a try. And if it don't work for you, then find other mental ways, find other outlets, find people you can confide in and talk to and trust, And I end it right here, man. And the most important thing, Ty, is I don't think we talk about enough as Black men is vulnerability.
Woo!
It's okay to be vulnerable, man.
When you really,
Yeah, man. I think it's so important, bro. I feel like just growing up, bro. I've been more in tune with my emotions. Like it's okay for me to be sad. And if I'm sad, let these emotions out.
Yes.
And after you done coming to grips with the emotions you release, you figure out ways to change so you don't have to feel that way again. Or you do things that make you happy and you want to do them again.
Right.
So be vulnerable, man. Be vulnerable. Be open. Be aware that we constantly adapting, and that's how men are going to change. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, change is slow. Change is slow, but it starts with yourself. With yourself.
Let me go into this sidebar question. Why don't you think, as Black men, we know? Okay, we know, and we always. I feel like, and I feel like we're going through this right now.
Yeah,
I particularly me, I'm going through a shift where everything I'm feeling, well, can I just say over the last year and a half, change has been a lot, right? But over just the last week period, like just the start of this week, moving into my, me and my girlfriend's new place, shout out to her, like I was thinking about to myself, like change is being made, not just mentally, but financially, emotionally, all of it. And I see it, right? And I'm like, wow, let me embrace this. That was the first time. Let me just be honest. Because as Black men, we know when we need to change something. We know. There's a gut feeling that we get, just like everybody else. When you need to switch it up, you need to switch it up. There's a gut feeling. There's a fear that happens in your stomach. There's a pit. I can't tell you how what particularly that feeling is, but it's a sort of fear. Like, oh shit, I gotta switch this up to do better. Oh, I don't want to do that because I know the normal. So why don't you think we as Black men want to see that change, knowing that change is probably going to come whether we're going to like it or not?
I just feel like a lot of Black men, we get complacent. Mm-hmm. And I feel like we get complacent because, like you said, that growth and that change is scary. And I'm not gonna lie, fellas, it is scary. You know what I'm saying?
Scary as a motherfucker.
Yeah, it's scary. It's like, yeah, let's keep it real. Right. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it all the way real. It's scary, bro.
Yes.
Because as men, we always want to be in control.
Absolutely.
We always want to be in control. Absolutely. We always want to be in control. Fellas, we always want to be in control.
Facts. 100% facts.
And with change and growth, bruh, you can only control the things you can control. Like, listen to me when I say that. You can only control the things you can control.
When I tell you, all the Black women in my life have been saying that, at least, and I know, like, they've been saying it to me hard for the last year and a half. Because when change is happening, let's just use the pandemic as an example. When change happens, shit, you don't know how to pivot. You got to adapt. You got to pivot. You got to sit here and make it work. But as men, particularly Black men, we don't take change too well. And I know for me, when change was happening, especially at a fast rate, like, I mean, we going ultra instinct fast. It's not even registering in my head. Like, okay, oh shit, I'm making these changes. I have to take a step back and be like, oh, wow, I did this. I don't do this anymore. I don't do this anymore. And one thing that I know I had to let go a lot last year during my season, and even in this season, is my pride.
Yes, sir.
I really had to let my pride go, because pride will definitely keep you from change. Great change that will make you a better man, a better person, a better human. And trust me, it ain't easy for change, and it ain't even easier to let your pride subside and let God work. I'm saying that because it really is tough to really let God step in and say, let me work. That's it. Mm-hmm. And to your point about the vulnerability part, because literally that's the first time I've heard it on the show. Like, yo, we have to be vulnerable. Like, yo, that blew my, because I'm like, we have to be open.
You got to, man. You got to.
In order for us to even have the change, in order for us to even think we can change or have the capacity to change, we have to be vulnerable enough for even God to step in. You have to allow him to say, you can be fearful, but you got to take that step. Because if you move backwards or if you keep standing in the same area that you in, you're not going to move forward. And if you move backward, that ain't going to help nothing.
Yeah.
So it's either you going to be scared and take this risk, or you going to be scared and just stand in this complacency as you was talking. Go ahead, bro.
Yes, sir, man. You said something that really registered to me, and you know I love my mama. I love my mama. Shout out my mama.
Man, shout out to your mama, bro.
One thing my mama always instilled in me and my siblings is nothing beats a failure but a try. Like she's always told us that. That's just always been a constant something that she's told us. Yeah, nothing beats a failure but a try, and life is about risk. Life is about taking risk. I mean, don't nobody got no handbook to this, man. Nobody. Even the richest person in the world ain't had no handbook to how I was gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? Word. So life is about taking risks. And I think the most important thing we need to touch on, like, it's okay to fail. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to fail as long as you tried your hardest and you put your all into it.
Talk to me, because you talking to me right now.
Bro, I'm talking to myself. I've failed plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? And I've failed in relationships. I failed in businesses. I failed at jobs. You know what I'm saying? But the reason I can live with the decision that was made, the outcome that it was because I gave it my all.
Absolutely. Facts. 100%.
So we can't live with no regrets, and we got to live with risk. With risk comes reward. That's what they always say. And I'm a risk taker. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like I'm really, you know, I feel like I'm at my happiest, man. I'll keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. Like I haven't lived a terrible life.
Right.
Born and raised in Chicago. Shout out my city, period.
Right.
You know, went to college in Michigan and moved out to it. So I ain't lived the hardest life. Like I've struggled, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I've come to grips with just like all of my life, and I want to live my life with no regrets, and I want to live my life on my terms. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, I choose happiness. I choose God. You know what I'm saying? And God chooses me, and happiness choosing me. Absolutely. So that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about for real.
Yo, you just said a word there. Happiness chooses you. Like I choose happiness. Happiness chooses you.
Period.
I had to get to that point in a sense. I had to get to that point. We'll get to the third question in a minute, but I had to get to that point. Like seriously, like not even choosing God and being happy with God, because that was secured.
That's always
but
been
I think choosing happiness, bro. Wow. Like we don't even, that's a bar. Like, yo, choosing happiness and letting happiness choose you, even when life is really crazy right now.
And it's gonna get crazy.
And it's gonna get crazier. Like my mama said something to me yesterday. I was just talking to her and I was like, Ma, I was really being an adult yesterday. Like I really had to prioritize shit out for like the next 6 months.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And just like, you know, putting funds together and shit like da 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 da. And I'm like, oh shit. You know, we can go here. We might be able to be, you know what I'm saying? It was that type of stuff. But my mama, like you said, my mama was like, she gave me an example of when she bought a house when I was little. And I remember her saying like, yo, mommy just bought a house. We gonna have to cut back on a lot of the things we did, because we would go out to the movies, go out to eat. Like we was all over Detroit. But when she bought that house, she was just like, yo, We're going to cut it back for a minute, yada, yada, yada. And so she brought that up as an example to say, like, yo, I didn't live. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I was just taking care of the house, coming home, working. That's it. There was no time for me. She said, bills are going to be here. Life is going to be here. It's going to be hard and hard. It's going to get crazy, crazy. The bill's going to be more expensive and more expensive. Live your fucking life.
I know that's right.
She said,
drop a bomb for that.
Drop a bomb for mom. Drop a bomb. Live your fucking life. Like now she ain't saying just go butt stupid crazy and not have no money. Right. Just wilding and shit. But no, live. If you got it, live. Because the bill's gonna be there. They're gonna be there regardless.
Yes, sir.
So live. Go live. And I'm like, you're right, Mom. Because yo, in New York, and as you know, in the A, these are two major cities where it's like it's expensive as shit.
Yeah.
The fucking everywhere is expensive as shit. It's a different type of environment depending on which city or space you go to, and you kind of have to have a persona once you go out to the nightlife and shit. Like you kind of have to be a different. And I'm like, I ain't trying to come up in here and be a different. I don't give a fuck about all that. All I care about is making it in the city that I wanted to be in, and literally do what I just want to do in podcasting. And I genuinely, bro, over the last year and a half, it's been the happiest I've ever been.
I'm happy to hear that. I love to hear that.
Like even through depression, even mild depression, even through the all the struggles that I've had so far, I'm like, this is where I've been the happiest individually and in relationships. I have a dope ass girl who holds a nigga. When I say hold him down, I don't mean just like, oh, I'm gonna hold you down in prison. No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about like, yo, I see what you bring to the table and I see what I'm bringing to the table. I know what you're going to bring in the future because I see your drive, I see your vision, and vice versa. So you bring that to the table. And it's just like, this is a fucking adult relationship, and I'm fucking loving it.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? This is adult shit. You feel me? So it's amazing when you have that support, for real, for real. So I guess going into my third question for you, because we talk on the show, we talked about generational curses a lot. And what I got from a lot of my interviews was that either generational curses are non-existent or they do exist. And I don't want to call them generational curses anymore. I kind of want to call them generational patterns, right? I think curses is, kind of just a negative word. So I'm like, generational patterns that we have Black men. Have you seen generational patterns that could affect us as a community in the future? And then how can we, as Black men, as a community and individually, which goes into our fourth question, kind of make that better? Because again, to my first point in the beginning of the show, I do see us slowly making a change, but I also see the other side, and I also see how we could be pulled back and pushed back. So how, if in your scene any, do you think we have any generational patterns?
So I first and foremost, I like generational patterns. Hashtag quote trademark whatever. I like that. Generational patterns. Like I really don't like that term because, bro, we just talked about like mental health, but the mind is so powerful, bro.
Right.
And like I said, like the reason why I like I said, they can be broken generational patterns, but the reason why they won't be broken is because humans are conditioned. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times what you see and how you see it depicts just your everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've been around the hood. I've been around the guns. I've been in fights, and I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta do all that.
Right, exactly.
But somebody else who might have been around that just like me might have just been instilled in a different way. So How do we break that is let's do another generational thing. I think the key is generational wealth. I think that's the main generational thing we need. And I believe that generational wealth will help put forward for us to be the change that we want to see. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. Shout out to MLK. But we just got to put in the work, bro. And like we just talked about, growing is hard, but through all that growing, you're working. You know what I'm saying? Like you may not be working a job, but you working on yourself. You working on your attitude. You working on your relationships. You working on a project. Like we're always working, but we're always working to build ourselves as human beings as well.
Right.
So we just gotta. We only thing we can do, bro, is break it. And I feel like with generational wealth, we can help put forth the things we want in our community. That's still my ultimate goal in life, bro. Like I really want to revitalize areas of the city that I was born in. I love Chicago. I love Chicago to death. I love it. I love it. I love where I'm from.
For Chicago real quick. You feel me?
That's right. I know that's right, man. But you know, it's a lot of tragedy that hit my city. And you want to know why? Because it's a generational pattern. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So we got to show a different side. And that's a lot of the reason like why I moved to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I lived at home for like a month and stuff. And I'm just like, I love home. I got friends here. But how is this really going to help my growth after being in college for 4 years? You know what I'm saying? So I pushed myself. You know what I'm saying? You living in New York, you pushed yourself, and it wasn't easy. You know what I'm saying? I had help, period. I had help, and that comes with pride. Like
absolutely.
I had help.
I did too. Still do. Amen.
But I got here.
Right.
So,
damn. What? Damn. Because that was good. Like because that 4 years, that like no judgment zone here. Okay. But 4 years in a controlled space. Like think about that. Think about this. You're 4 years in a controlled space where low key we are sheltered.
Yep.
Right? This is let me burst a lot of high schoolers bubble if you're listening to this before you go to college, or even college freshmen and sophomores and shit like that. If you listen to this, whoever thinking about their children going to college is nothing but a big old high school with a better curriculum, maybe. Because for me, that's where the first time I actually learned and really dove into Black history. We weren't teaching Black history in K through 12. Who are we talking about? And I always say this: we were talking about either the big three or the Fantastic Four. Martin, Malcolm, Rosa, and Harriet. That's it.
Yeah.
We were only talking about them for so long. When I think in the last 5 years, I've watched documentaries, I've listened and read on Audible books to hella major players in the game of Black history. And I'm like, this is all y'all could come up with? This is what you do? So, and that's neither here nor there, but like being stationary in a 4-year institution, staying on campus, whether that's off campus or on campus, you are controlled. You are also, in a sense, kind of mentally conditioned, if you want to say, to the college way. All right, I can go to the basketball court, get a workout in, hit the gym, get a workout in, go to class, go back home, take a nap, fuck off a little bit, right? And that's pretty much it. Go to parties, have fun.
Yep.
When you get out of that, and I bet you, I guarantee you, every college student, and I want to say particularly Black people, but I believe every college student has gone through a process like this. When you leave your school, it is literally, the question is like, what's next? It does not matter if you got a job offer or not. It is literally a what's next, because that job offer that you have is not going to keep you for the entirety that you think. So while you're thinking like, yo, I'm here, I'm going to be here for a minute, they might only want your ass for a year secretly and be like, yeah, after that year, it's a wrap. So then what are you doing? I think for me, I had to figure out what's next after college. The fuck was next? And that is the most scary part about it, because as college says to you, we're going to prepare you for the real world. The fuck are you talking about?
Right.
The real world is a bitch, and you ain't preparing me for shit.
Facts.
Y'all did not prepare me for taxes for real. Yep. Y'all did not prepare me for LLCs for real. Y'all didn't prepare me for y'all didn't prepare me for shit.
Insurance.
I mean, this is shit that we need to learn. This is shit that we need to know. So when you get out here in the real world, it's scary, even with a college fucking degree, because you're thinking, okay, we're going to be good. Nah,
it's tough.
It's tough. It's fucking tough. And then think about it without one. Oh my God. What? You it's even tougher now, niggas, because now people are looking at you like, oh, you don't have a degree. Oh, you did work all of these places. Because see, some people will be like, oh, you don't got a degree? Oh, you don't got work history? And now you so that one really hit, because I'm like, yo, for you really in an institution for 4 years. And sometimes you feel as though that shit, or maybe even 6 years when you do your master's, and sometimes it feel like, what the hell? Well, what the fuck was this all for?
More debt. More debt.
More debt, bro. Fucking more debt. Fourth question: individually and collectively, as a Black man community, how can we be better?
Okay.
How can we be better? How can we do better, be better? Individually first, because you talked about you definitely went into and mentioned how we have to be internal first, right? You did mention that. So how can we be better individually and then collectively for our community?
I would say both individually and collectively, but more so individually, is accountability. I think accountability is the most important thing, and it's tough to take criticism. It's tough to go through heartbreak. It's tough to, go through, death and everything. That's a part of living. But you want to be able to always hold yourself to a standard of accountability, and the people around you. That's why I say collectively too, because you want the people around you to hold you accountable too.
Absolutely.
I don't have no people, no friends that are around me that's gonna lie to me. If I'm fucking up, excuse my language, if I'm fucking up, like, tell me that I'm fucking up. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I don't want nobody in my life that's just gonna watch me kill myself or make myself look crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I hold myself to the same standard that I hold the people in my life to. You know what I'm saying? So individually, accountability. When you mess up, take accountability. And it's easier said than done, because I was young, and I was like, man, that's their fault. I don't care nothing about that.
Me as well.
But right. You got to take a sense of accountability, and collectively.
Yes.
I just think us as Black men, bro, we just gotta be more just honest with each other, man. Like it's okay that you hurting from that trauma, bro. Like, talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay that you going through. I last year, at the beginning of last February, I had lost my job, but it was a job that I just hated, bro. I hated it to death.
Right.
I ain't gonna name drop them, but they know who they are. Like, I hated it, bro. And when I got let go, like, it was a sense of relief. Like, it was just such a big burden off of me. But the people I had around was like, yo, I got work for you. You know, yeah, if you need something to do, you know, in between,
Feel me?
as you wait, I got you. And brings me to my next point, a sense of community. You know what I'm saying? A sense of community. Like the people I hear, if I said, man, I'm going through some hardship right now, we not counting each other pockets. We trying to help you get back on your feet
Feel
because it's a sense
me?
of community.
That's it.
It's community. Shout out Cordell. Me and Cordell going up to the mountain this Saturday. You know,
Oh,
community.
man,
We finna
yeah, we
build the
can
community. You know what I'm saying? So
you feel
that's
me?
what it's about, man. We got to build a community. And that's why I'm saying, you know, he a black man out here in Atlanta. He just moved out here.
Yeah,
He
man.
needs to know people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He needs to know people, meet people, so he can
Right.
start building his community as well.
Right.
But that's how we gonna get it. We gonna get ahead, bro. We gotta stick together, bro. It's too much beef. It's too much BS. Y'all banging over a block you don't own. Y'all shooting up each other. That's what they want us to do.
I'm sorry, Jay. Can you say that one more time? Y'all what over what y'all don't own?
I said you banging on the block you don't own, and you shooting each other. That's what they want us to do.
That's exactly what they want us to do.
That's what they want us to do, bro. That's why I get so sad and my heart hurts when I hear about all the death in Chicago, because it ain't nothing but us doing it to each other.
Yes. And Detroit.
And if we put that energy into each other,
yes,
man.
Yes. Yes. I completely agree. Accountability, as you said, is easier said than done. A lot of us don't. It's not necessarily we don't want to, we don't like to, because that means we're wrong, right? And there's nothing wrong with being wrong. Yeah. I have found that taking accountability for your actions actually shows the most mature side of you. You understand what I'm saying? And in a very genuine way too. Because see, a lot of people like take accountability, and that's a bullshit accountability, right? Like they just want to take accountability, just take accountability, and they don't mean it for real. No, be genuine with that. Like when you're wrong, I need you to stand firm in that. My bad, bro. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to disrespect you. Or I didn't mean this. I didn't mean that. My bad. Now, that person, whether if they want to bang with you or not, that's on them. And you're going to have to sit with whatever their decision is going to be. And that is going to be okay for you. We're not going to die. My mom always told me, you're not going to die by somebody's no. You're not going to die. Somebody tell you no, you're still living, you're still walking, and you're still breathing. Don't get upset. It is what it is. If they don't want to bang with you, that's what it is. But for you, taking accountability would be the first step for you to be like, okay, you know what? I'm making a little bit of change. I'm making true change. I'm trying to sit here, you know what I'm saying, and do right. And that's it. And once you continue to do the best you can, because none of us can be perfect. Perfect is not even, we can go maybe 80%. Now, we can give 110, 150, even 200%, and that will not get us to 100% perfect. Right? But we can get damn close, right? Yeah. But at the same token, you have to understand that you're human and that things are going to happen. And you have to be honest. Like JT said, accountability comes with honesty, bro.
Real talk, man.
Accountability comes with honesty. They're like two sides of the coin. They are hand in hand, literally. In order for you to take accountability, you have to be honest, not just with the other person, but with yourself.
With yourself.
You have to be accountability. You have to take, and in order for you to be accountable with others, you have to be accountable with who? Yourself. First.
Yes, sir.
First. Man, I know it's hard as hell. Trust me. I get it. Even as a hyper emotional dude, it was like I still didn't want to take accountability for a lot of shit back then. Like, fuck that. Nah, y'all, man, I'm validated. What are you talking about? But no, I had to come around and be like, nah, that's not what that is. And that's not how I should be. So I had to switch that up real quick. All right, I'm wrong. My bad. You right. I'm sorry. And now it's like, for me, over the last like 6-7 years, I don't mind being wrong. If I'm wrong, okay, correct me. Let me know. Let me know. I don't mind being wrong. Let me know that I'm
I know
wrong.
that's right. Me either, bro.
You feel me? And if I am wrong, I'm sorry for disrespecting you. I have no qualm sitting here telling you that I'm sorry. I have no problem sitting here telling you that I'm wrong. A lot of us do, though. And we have to get to a place where we can be okay with saying, my bad. My bad, bro. Like really meaning it. Like we say my bad, bro, as just a my bad, bro. Like it just come out of one ear and goes out the other. But when you really mean that shit, like my bad, bro, I didn't mean to hurt you and shit like that. Like, cause I've had conversations with my bros where we literally been in those situations and shit just hit the fan and we be like, you know what, my bad. Like you gotta come with that, especially with JT's talking of community. If we're talking community, the first thing we have to do is be honest and have accountability. Yes, that's off the bat first.
Yep.
Especially if we want a healthy, stable community. We have to be accountable. We have to be honest. That's off the rip. So that goes into my last question, man. What does black men win mean to you? When you hear the phrase black men win, what does that mean to you? What comes to mind when you hear
that? Black man wins, bro. I just feel like I'm just a high energy person, excuse me. But black man win, just happiness, man. If you happy in what you do, if you happy with that trucking company, if you happy flipping them burgers, if you're happy selling them toys, if you happy in your relationship, if you're happy in your marriage, you're winning.
Yes,
you're
winning. Yes, sir.
So, like I said, I real life, bro. I real life, like anytime, not only black men, but black women too. Shout out to lady. We talk about the man.
Shout out to my black women.
But black period. Black people happy. That makes me happy. That fuels my energy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, black man win. I just think of happiness, man. And if you happy and if you working towards happiness, or if you working towards that new job, if you working towards that degree, if you working towards that certification and it's making you happy, winning.
You winning. Come on. That's it. That we're going. Right there. He dropped the ball. Like, wait, we got to Jay has dropped some jewels in which I knew he would drop, because again, this is a brother, a man who I've again looked up to, like for real, like secretly in the background. Man, I appreciate that for real, because when you have that sense of community, like off the mic, we can chat, kick it, talk real shit. He know like a lot of the shit that I've been through. You feel what I'm saying? And vice versa. And it's just like, yo, we have to have that. You understand what I'm saying? Like it needs to be done. And the purpose of this podcast, I always say this after every episode or beginning, the purpose of this podcast is for men, black men, to know that you are winning. And
this platform for us, man.
Just like Jay said, it don't matter if you fucking flipping burgers at McDonald's to doing podcasting right here. You are winning if you are happy. Even if niggas is talking in the background,
let them talk.
Let them talk.
Talk is cheap.
Let them talk. Let them fiddle they little lips and let them talk they shit. Because as one of my mentors on YouTube said, niggas that talk, and I'm paraphrasing, but niggas that talk are in the bleachers. You are on the field. Okay? They're watching you. They're not doing the same thing, but they're watching. They're spectators, so they know where they're at. They're not going to get their asses up and do what you're doing, or even have the capacity to do a fragmentation of what they want to do. And see, we are talking to them and want them to get off their ass and go do what you want to, even if that's writing. I mean, shit, if you want to go get a job at a trucking company, like Jay said, I don't give a damn.
Right.
Whatever makes you happy, I want you to know that you are winning, my black men. You feel me? I want you to know that you have community. I want you to know that you don't have to sit here and do what society continues to play on a TV screen and make movies of and everything. Like, yeah, it's entertainment sometimes, but bruh, you can be more. You can do more.
That's right, man.
And you have support systems. Even if you don't have them around you, I know you got one here that's telling you right now that you can do it. So to my black men out there, you're winning always. You're winning. Period, man. Jay, this was great, bro.
Thank you for having me, bro. This is awesome.
This was fucking amazing, bro. This was way too fucking overdue. We need to do another one. I need to get you on another podcast for sure.
I gotta get my R&B one.
Oh, definitely. I gotta get you. I gotta get you at least on 3 of these bitches, like for real. Cause man, Jay be dropping some jewels, man, and he be having some great perspectives. You need to be podcasting.
Hey, that's what I was just gonna get into. I was just gonna get into that. Now, the party, we still doing the party. Shout out my party fellas, Mello, D-Lamp.
Where the hell have y'all been?
Listen. Honcho, he has moved to New York. He's doing very great things in New York. Lamp is doing amazing things with his career. Lamp is doing amazing things with his rap career, and Mello is actually working to get his master's. So, with that being said, me and Remy, everybody working. Me and Remy, we said we gonna drop the after party, so you already know you gotta come through. It's the first time I'm talking about it right now. So by the time this drop, everybody gonna know what's up. But we coming, and we gonna get into some topics. Like you said, we're gonna be dropping jewels, but it's gonna be that real talk. So be on the lookout. It's gonna be fun.
To all,
we'll have some good guests too.
Yo, y'all been doing it. Yo, because I was like I was a genuine fan of the show, man. I was watching, listening and shit, and then y'all cut, and I was like, oh hell. I was like, no, don't leave. And I'll be so sick because I'll be like, no, don't leave, because it be so, you find good jewels, good podcasts in this realm sea of podcasting right now. And I felt like the party podcast was a great podcast. I felt like it was a dope ass podcast between all 5 of y'all, and it was four
of us, yeah.
For all 4 of y'all, and it was dope as fuck. And I was like, I'm tuning in at least each week, and if I miss it, I'm retuning in on the audio. Like, I'm tuning in, and I was ready. I'm looking for Instagram posts. I'm like, where are my guys at?
We coming back, man. Shout out to Ty, man. Ty pushed us to make sure we started that, man. Like I said, man, I appreciate that. You talked about, like, you know, how you looked up to me, bro. I look up to you as well, man. Like I said, you know, you all my friends and my family, man, y'all put so much light and so much fire into me, man. Like, and man, I appreciate you, bro. Because like I said, man, even when I get you on the after party, we gonna have we gonna take it back, man. I'm excited. We gonna get crazy on that.
You know me.
Shout out Flyer Pop, Remy.
You feel me? Shout out to all them boys, man. I cannot believe that shit. They've been doing some great work. I knew it was something. I knew y'all just didn't leave just to leave. I knew cooking was hot. And shout out to Honcho coming to New York. Nigga, everybody moving to this bitch.
My boy Honcho. Shout out Van. My boy out there doing big things.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Mello getting a master. Shout out to Rail. You feel me? They out in Grand Rapids making that moolah. I see them going crazy out there, man.
Yeah. I
miss they going crazy. Man.
Frequent Flyers. Check them out, y'all.
Flyers. Shout out to them boys, man. Jay, you already gave them the Instagram handle, so I'll link it down in the below. But if you want to let them know where they can follow you, where they can check you out again, you can. If not, don't. It's fine.
Definitely, yes. So make sure y'all follow me at JAY_TAY24. Like I said, I'm dropping a whole bunch of gems right now. I've been working on a cologne, working on the marketing for that. So be on the lookout, fellas. Got the After Party podcast. Shout out to Mike and Shara. We done got, our business has been approved. So we working on that. So like I said, man, 2022 is going to be a big year, not only for me, but for all of y'all too. So make sure y'all continue to work and be on the lookout for the after party, because we're gonna have some fun.
before we go, I'm not just gonna let this nigga just slide through that shit and just say, "Oh, I got a marketing plan and a cologne coming soon." Nigga, what?
I've been working, bro. I've been working on it. I like to smell good. I like to smell good.
I know, bro. Trust me. Same. So if that bitch is hitting, send me a sample.
Yeah, you already know. You already know. I get some samples. Like I said, I've been really working a long time to make sure the fragrance is a resemblance of me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's taking so long. Slow but steady, but wow, that's 2022 gonna be the year.
That's fucking amazing. Let's just drop one more. That's my friends, my brothers be out here just doing the damn thing, and I'm proud. I'll be just like,
appreciate you, bro.
All right, y'all. We out of here again. I want to appreciate Jay for coming through the podcast. Please subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts. We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, all of those, YouTube, all of those. Subscribe, listen, yada yada yada. Follow us on Instagram at _BMW podcast. Not the car, but no. You can think it, you feel what I'm saying? But BMW podcast on Instagram, the Black Men Win podcast on Facebook. You can also follow the network Twitter. You feel me? Our podcast network, the THC Podcast Network. You follow us on Twitter and on YouTube. We'll have all the links in descriptions below. Copy some merch. We have some merch out right now. 50% off for the whole rest of the month. Black Men Win merch as well.
I gotta tap in.
Tap into that. You can go to our website. We'll have all of that linked in the bio. In the description box when we drop the episode. All right. I love you guys. Peace, love, and hair grease. Y'all have a great week. We will be back February 9th with another episode. This will be airing January 26th, since this is like premiere week. You feel me? So I wanna drop a few episodes for everybody. Great pleasure. So y'all will hear this probably when you hear this on Wednesday. So love you guys. Peace, love, and hair grease. And this has been another one. Peace. And we're good.